Welcome back to the third episode of Alternate Future of the World. And let's just get right into the video, where we'll be seeing the attenuation of the German and France war. Eventually, French troops will be able to push back Germany, and German troops will also be able to help. And German troops will also be able to push out the French out of the south, but they will not be able to take back. This major city. But they will be able to fully push out the French out of this area. But another country will join into this war on their own terms. I'm back, guys. But eventually, another player will join into this war. The Italians will join into the war. The Italians have a goal to remake the Roman Empire. Eventually, the Italian forces will move into the southern area of Italy. I meant France. And their forces will move into the French southern area. They'll separate the French from the Mediterranean. And this will allow German forces to push into more of the French land. But let's come over here to a different location. We're seeing Iran and Turkey go to war. Iran wants some payback. Iran have been playing more games of Fortnite, and they think they can beat Turkey now. So they will move into Turkish lands, and they will take back the Mediterranean coastline and take back the major city. So eventually, they realize this is not an easy task. Sometimes I don't really press my mouse hard enough, my keyboard, my control button hard enough, and I just go flying. Okay, it happened there. But eventually, they'll reach up to this lake, and eventually, Turkish forces will push Iran back. But Italian forces will keep moving south into France. They'll push up towards the Spanish border. German forces will start to push into France. But many countries will join on the side of Germany. They'll need Luxembourg. What the damn color? What the hell? Oh, what the fuck? Now the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, that's not very hard to go back to normal. The Dutch will join on the side of Germany. Eventually, these guys will invade the French. Eventually, this front will get pretty damn close to the French capital. And at the same time, eventually France will have to surrender. Oh, did I forget the... Oh my goodness, I forgot the UK. Alright, now it fully collapses. But eventually, France will have to surrender to not lose their entire country. Now we can check out this peace treaty. But the only reason for this little area, but this is what the borders look like. And the only reason for this little area is because this area is very disputed between the Italian and French forces. Disputed between the Italians and France. And eventually France will join the American bloc. But at the same time, India will allow many countries to join in their own alliance for safety and other stuff. And this will interest Brazil very much. Brazil will be very much interested, and they will join into it. But these guys will get so scared, they will be looking for new members. And they will find some. They'll find them in Central America. All of these countries right here will join into this entire country. Will join into the anti-Brazilian coalition. These guys will also join in the Indian alliance. But eventually, a coalition against the Congo will be formed. Their own coalition against the Congo. It was something like this. But we can get into all the actual stuff you guys want to see. Sometimes I don't push hard enough and it goes like that. So you guys do see that? Sorry, but I did not. But eventually, America will tell Japan to back out of this war immediately. and Japan will say no. And still keep pushing up into North Korea to try to get North Korea to back out and just abandon the South. But they will be able to take back the former North Korean territory and push back the rebellion. But eventually the people, tired of being underneath a dictatorship, they are tired of being underneath this dictatorship. So what they will do is rebel. This area right here will rebel away from North Korea. This area is slightly not funded, but this area is totally not funded by Japan. Because it would take all of this. And eventually, these guys that are up here want a democratic North Korea, and not no communist/dictatorship country. So they will invade North Korea. This will scare China so bad because they don't want a democratic country on their borders. But they can't do anything about it because they are bankrupt. So China will just let North Korea crumble. Was the capital almost taken, and eventually it will be taken. The North Korean capital will be taken. The head of government, Kim Jong-un himself, will be removed from power. And these two countries will begin peace talks on reuniting to form one Korea. So eventually a treaty will be made dividing up Korea into two. We will now check out the peace treaty. And these guys will set up their capital in South Korea once again, in Seoul. Once again. Oh wait, I forgot about Japan. But eventually Turkey will push back Iraq, and they'll move in their own forces into Iraq. Eventually the capital of Iraq will be captured with ease by Turkish forces. And eventually the government will move down here to this major city, but the leader won't be able to move down there because he's dead. So eventually the last major city of Iraq will be basically encircled. The government will have nowhere else to go. Eventually the capital will be taken. Ending this war. All I have to do is just do this. Because there's no moving for Iraq. They should have never had invaded Turkey, and now their nation just no longer exists. Their nation ceased to exist. Eventually, these two countries will have to these countries will have to stop fighting just to keep the peace. Nobody will get anything. Nobody gets fucking crap because these two just had to stop fighting, and these guys too. So nobody will get any land. But the Germans want to bring back their German Empire. They want to bring back their German Empire. You think this is not going to be based off any historical place. This is not the only. But eventually, Germany and Poland will go to war. And Germany will be pushing up all the way over here and down here. But Russia will also want to bring back the Russian Empire. So Russian and Ukrainian forces will move into Poland. The capital will basically be encircled by two countries. Eventually, the capital will be taken. The capital will be taken by German forces, and now we can check out the peace treaty. Into a German puppet state. But Germany and Russia will have a little dispute over Kaliningrad and over this area too. So these borders right here, so this border will be dotted. But that will be it for this video. I'm sorry this video was sort of shorter, but this will be the end of the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.